So the other night, my wife and I were talking about another thing that we were adding to our schedule, something that one of my kids was interested in doing. And I always say when my wife tells me about this, isn't our schedule kind of packed already? Do we really want to add one more thing to it? And that's always how I feel. And somehow we always find room to fit more into our schedule. And so, of course, we added it to the schedule. And I think there's always a way to do that, isn't there? Like when our schedule feels so packed, we don't think we can do any more, and yet one more thing gets added to the schedule. Maybe your life is like that too. And the question is kind of how do we do that, or why? You know, we have a full schedule already, but then somehow we're able to add one more thing, even sometimes to the detriment of our own well-being, our family's well-being. And the question is like, why? Why do we do that? Well, sometimes it's because we have this fear that we're going to miss out on something, or maybe we really do care about that experience or that relationship or the person. Maybe we're looking for some sort of personal benefit or a benefit for our kids. Like we want the best life for them. We want them to be able to do what they want to do or be who they want to be, and we want to provide all of those opportunities for them. One of the things that I find is that as we do this, it always costs something. I mean, you may get what you're looking for in that experience or that meeting or that hangout or that activity. You may not. But no matter what, if there's a benefit or not, there's always a cost involved. Jesus says this thing in Mark chapter 8 where he says, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and yet forfeit his soul?" Often we think about people selling out, and maybe we think they renounce their faith or they turn their back on God. But what scares me the most is people who say they love Jesus and maybe do love Jesus, but the thing that they opt out on when they say yes to all these new things is they opt out on their faith. They opt out on their community, their Christian community, their time with Jesus. Jesus becomes kind of second or third or fourth thing on the list. And before long, it really impacts their soul. Right? They are gaining, but they're losing. And the things that they're losing cost so much more than what they're gaining. And I was just thinking this year, what if instead of opting out on the things that matter most, we opt in? What if you say no to things that maybe will cost more than you even think about? Maybe you'll set a priority. You say maybe it's God, family, and then everything else. What if that was really true for you this year? My encouragement this year, as you look at your schedule, as you look at your life, your family, your friends, is to opt in on the things that matter most, because what matters most will make the most impact in all those other areas of your life.